Now, you asked the vital question, how do we develop emotional resilience?
Yes.
Let me give some tips. Number one is being able to look beyond yourself in times of crisis, being able to look beyond yourself. Human beings from ancient times have always tried to look beyond themselves. We talk about God. Some people we talk about, some will seek that thing that is beyond them in drugs, opioids, in all manner of drugs.
Yeah.
Some will have an idol, but being able to positively look beyond yourself. What is creation? Where is this all leading to? Definitely, there is a higher intelligence, whom we call God, out there.
Yeah.
And realizing that I can lean, I can tap into a source higher than myself is a great comfort and great source of strength. Number two, looking beyond the crisis, having a long-term perspective,
Mm.
having a long-term perspective, because the strength of crisis is focusing on the present. It makes you focus on the present and to magnify it and to see all the damage. And then people stay there and carry it along. But if you look beyond it, that's why something will happen to two people. Somebody will be broken and remain there. Another person will look up and say, well, it has happened and they're moving on.
It
So
has
you're
happened.
wondering, how is this person moving on? Can't they see what has happened to them? Can't he see the way that man abused and insulted all of us? Can't they see that they sacked all of? Can't they? Isn't this person seeing the problem? Are they blind? They're not blind. They've realized that life is in cycles. The good comes, the bad comes. Night comes, day
Date.
breaks.
Yeah.
Another cycle will come. I need to be prepared for it. And this is where optimism comes into place. The put things in perspective, building emotional intelligence, resilience, learn to put things in perspective. He broke up with me, not my life ended. They are two different things. My life didn't end. That guy broke up with me. Some people move ahead and have other relationships and better relationships. He broke up with me doesn't mean I lack value. It means he doesn't see it or he prefers another set of values, and that is okay. Putting things in perspective. I
Yeah.
am broke, not I am finished. I can still make money in the future.
Yeah.
There are many billionaires today that were once broke, and there are many billionaires currently that have gone broke.
Yeah.
So putting things in perspective is a critical skill that helps to develop emotional resilience. And when we are not able to do it in a crisis, we must have people around us that we can approach. We know that this
Mm.
person has the skill of putting things in perspective. So sometimes I might be blinded emotionally. They can approach us, look, we need to talk. I need to talk to you. My daughters do that with me a lot. And I've
Yeah.
learned to create that time for them. Because do you know the problem with you speakers, sir? People like you go around speaking to others, you go around encouraging others, and then you get home. Now I'm saying that
Yeah. Of
jokingly.
course.
You get
Mhm.
home, you look forward to I too can now rest, forgetting that you have a constituency at home, and that
Yes.
is when they want to talk. We've been sharing you with the world, with the church, with all the agencies. Come now, let's talk. And someone says, "Oh no, I
I'm
need some
tired.
rest." When that was happening to me, I said, Kunle, you're missing it.
Yeah.
In ministry, in theology, we are taught that God first, your family second, the ministry third.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
when you
very
put
good.
ministry work before your family, you are catering to others and neglecting your own.
Yeah.
No wonder in those old days, a lot of pastors' children used to be wayward.
Yeah.
That's the people they're mentoring. And I said, no, I'm not going to get it wrong. So no matter how exhausted I am, I've had to go and take coffee one day because I was almost breaking down. And my daughter said, Dad, I want to talk. I said, okay. And I put down my phone straight away. That's what I do. I
Yeah.
changed, it took strength of determination. I put down my phone. I said, yeah. And we have brew a cup of coffee. Then I drank it so that my eyes will open. I said, yeah, let's talk. So I deliberately create that time so that I
Yeah.
don't lose them while saving the world.
Yeah.
You know, take care, put things in perspective. Number four, take care of your personal health. Health.
Yeah.
In emotional intelligence, we recognize that your physiology affects your psychology,
Oh, yeah.
and your psychology can form your physiology. They can affect each other.
Each other.
We don't have the time, but when it comes to emotional self-control, we can give physical tips and even help us identify some things we do unconsciously. without being aware, whereby a person is distraught with emotionally, and then they use physical things such as drinking cold water, pouring water on their faces, or going for a walk. And then after doing those things, your mind cools down. So you did something physical and it affected you
Yep.
emotionally, mentally. So your physiology has a direct bearing on your psychology.
Yeah.
And therefore, when I don't take care of myself physically, I can feel it. I become more easily stressed. In fact, the experts in stress management will tell you that stress is more of mental than physical. Stress is more of mental than physical, a higher percentage. Because when I'm mentally fit, I don't easily get stressed. But when I'm not mentally fit, a little here and I'm already stressed out. So take care of yourself physically, seek qualified help. These are things that help build emotional resilience. In Africa, it's cheap. Where you are, it's expensive. Get straight through the nose. Here, if I don't have the money to see, look, there are people that they don't have the money to speak to me as a coach. I'm a certified coach, but some can access me through the church. I'm their pastor.
Yeah.
And I can't charge them. Here, you don't charge. Counseling is free in religious circles. So if you go to an institution where they are trained to do what they do, not a ramshackle something, you can get free counseling. You want to see your pastor, he can't deny you.
Yeah.
Can't deny you. And then, so seek qualified help, whether you pay for it or not, and then practice stress management techniques. These things will help to build. Can I add a few more in a hurry?
Oh,
Because I know the time is really going. Work on yourself as much as possible to develop what I said I gave to my daughters, self-acceptance.
Yeah.
Self-acceptance.
Yeah.
I told them early. I kept on telling them, it's only recently, maybe I don't need to say it unless there's a need, that you are a great creation of God. You're a wonderful instrument. You're a fantastic technology. Mentally, the experts have said the human brain is vast, complex, greater than any computer we are using. The Bible itself tells us that we're wonder of human nature, that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. Scientists have looked at us physiologically and said our construct is magnificent. The brain is an awesome wonder. When you begin to realize the machine that you are, you'll be like, oh, wow, come on. Where did I get low self-esteem from? It's the programming of the environment around us.
Yeah.
So when we develop self-esteem, give them things to read, make sure they hear some things often, practice some things,